Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to another video update of the 1963 AMT generic box art build. Before we start, as always, just want to say a big thank you to all the supporters of the channel. You know, everybody who likes, comments, shares, subscribe. Very much appreciated, as very much always. But yeah, I mean, I've had, it's been another week since the last update. I mean, I did say it would be. I'm getting very little time at the moment to myself. Got a lot going on in my life, but yeah, I've spent quite a bit of time over the weekend, to be quite honest, getting this moved on a little bit further. And in all fairness, you know, now I've got it to where it is. I don't think it looks any different, but you know, I think I've spent a lot of hours, like I say, over the last couple of days, doing a lot of body work. It's been a lot of work, this thing, to get it all ironed out and what have you, and somewhere close to paint. But you know, and apologies if you don't think this has moved on very far, but you know, like I say, it's taken a lot more time and patience than even I thought it would do to get it to this stage. But yeah, I mean, we have done quite a bit. I mean, unfortunately, I just couldn't show it. I couldn't show it without primer on, because after that last video, I did one tiny little skim over the main bits, the boot lid and some of the other bits and pieces, but I needed to get primer on, because otherwise you're just chasing your tail. You don't know what to put filler in, you don't know what doesn't need filler. I mean, and so I shot one light coat of primer just to highlight any bits and pieces, and then started work on it. And then this is really the first real coat of primer it's had since I started doing a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, it's just been a long drawn out process, I'm afraid, but I think we're pretty much getting there now. I don't even know how many more videos I'll get out of this. I mean, it's pretty much ready for its final sort of sand and prep and what have you, and pick up a few little bits and pieces. But I mean, the first thing, obviously, we've finally got rid of them 4 doors. You know, it's we've got the new door line scribed in. I wanted to keep the original Galaxy door, because we had the top section of the roof and it still had the old Galaxy lines in there. I mean, I used it for the front one, but I did lengthen the door from the original Galaxy about 3 or 4 mils, so we deleted the door line at the back here and rescribed a new one. And I used for the bottoms of the doors, had these come in with the Galaxy kits, these chrome trims, and they were actually glued to that old builder I keep on. Yeah, they're glued to this body, so yeah, I've just ripped them off there, and yeah, I mean, that's going to get rebuilt anyway now. But yeah, just rip them off there. I cut the door frames out of it, and just give it a couple of extra mil either side, but on this side, sorry. But I really wanted to use these just because it's got the rounded edge down there, and I could do a nice template. And so I just masking taped that to the bottom of the car, and started doing my door lines. Just, you know, that started me off on the bottom at least. In fact, I did this line down first because that was the one we weren't changing. So yeah, got that line in place, and then just taped that on there, and that just gives us a solid base to start scribing and get the rounded edge on the bottom of the doors. I really don't like doors when they've just got a square edge all the way around. You know, you don't see many cars like that on a 2-door. They've always got a rounded edge on the bottom there. So we got them both done either side. You know, I think that alone, I think we've pretty much eliminated most of the Lincoln DNA. To be quite fair now, you know, we got the hood really does fit really nicely now. It's just I've got nothing supporting it at the moment, so it just does slip down every now and again if I'm moving it. But you know, I spent a lot of time on that as well. Just, you know, we wanted to make it look rolled underneath like it is on there, and like I say, we didn't add any length to the front. We added it all to the back. But yeah, we've got that all really nicely lined up now. A really nice peak all the way across. You know, and the bonnet fits like it was made for the kit. Yeah, if I can actually get it to sit straight for 4 seconds, like. But you know, I'd say that's the Galaxy hood extended. Managed to make that into that Lincoln body pretty well. But yeah, I think, like I said, that was one of the main things I was worried about. You know, it's not a particularly hard job. It's just getting all these. I never like doing these curved edges and what have you, but you know, I had the main shape roughed out in the last video, but I pretty much I taped the hood down, and then just for the edge filler work, you know, I did I just taped it all down and then put a skimmer filler across the whole front, and just, you know, when it's getting to that stage where it's just starting to go off, I mean, I just use body shop filler or body shop plastic filler. I just cut down with a razor blade to keep my lines, which I'd already worked in, and then just started shaping it from there. And I think we got a nice follow through from side to side. You know, like I say, I did roll the bottom of that AMT 63 Galaxy hood, just using cut off pieces and what have you. But yeah, so I'm really pleased with how the hood came out. I mean, there's still bits and pieces to do before I actually put paint on it. You know, I do have to flat it all off and what have you. But I mean, we kept the Lincoln trunk. I mean, that was the one bit of Lincoln I wanted to keep. So you know, we got that all nicely moulded in now. There's a bit of work on this back edge now, but we're keeping the Lincoln trunk line, and yeah, you can't really tell, but I have actually scribed all down here as well. It just kind of gets lost in shadows, but yeah, we scribed down either side as well, and that's starting to really tie in nicely now. I've still got my rear bumpers to do. I didn't get round to. I just run out of time today to start working on that rear bumper. But yeah, I mean, I think the wheel arches have turned out nice now. We've got a bit of filler in around them flares and what have you. And that's why I didn't take them right down before, because I knew I'd be putting a little bit of filler in there. Just to never put too much in. I mean, it was just literally just quickly just getting a really, really sort of thin stopper's worth of filler in there. I mean, this kit hasn't really got much filler in it at all, to be quite honest with you. I think we got most of it with the shaping of the styrene and the super glue and what have you. But yeah, it is starting to really come to shape now, and the thing which probably took me the longest, you can't even see, to be quite fair. And you know, I have actually got the trim work all the way down. You know, how I did it was, well, first of all, I took myself out of the house and finally got to a hobby shop, because like I've said a million times on channel, you know, I tried to buy this stuff online, and my head just explodes with the amount of stuff. And I had my last one of my favourite, and that was running out, like, and I didn't think I'd have enough. But I didn't want flat. I didn't want flat strips for the trims. I specifically wanted half round. And yeah, even when I was at the hobby shop, thought it'd be everything in sort of in a rack or something, but they were literally all in a box, and there's bloody thousands of things. I mean, I found the one I usually get because it's just numbered. But then I spent another age trying to find one for the trims. Yeah, I've used this stuff, number 240, and it's just really good stuff. I ran out of this years ago when I just before I gave up the hobby for a few years, and yeah, this was my go-to stuff for trim work. It's like I say, well, it's half rounds. You get a nice contour on the trim, but yeah, I managed to get, because I've got me door cut lines. I thought I'd start at one of the wings, stuck it on. I just kept on laying down a bit of super glue. I've just put a bit of super glue on some tape, and I used an old metal axle from one of the Lincolns, just to put it on top of the peak of the panel. But we managed to get this whole trim in here on the front, and down back to the other door in one piece. It does take a bit of time, but you can bend the stuff pretty well. Like I say, I'm trying to show you it, but you can't even see it. So, to be quite honest, until we get it painted and filed, you're just not going to see any of this. And then, I've got another strip and started from the door. It was a bit tricky here to get that pickup line to work. I had to, because the way the body is, it's sort of sticking out, and then I had to roll it back up onto that kick-up line. So yeah, that was a bit tricky, but all I did with that was you got your super glue there, and I just bent it up a little bit, Pete, held it down with my nail a little bit, and then just put a little bit of a bend to start me off. And we've worked it all down there, and there is a bit of tidy up still to do, but like I say, this is the first real coat of primer, and there are going to be little bits and pieces, but yeah, we have we can't even get it to focus, but yeah, so the bumper is going to cover or wrap around, so I wasn't too fussed about too many break-up lines, but I managed to get this stuck on all down here. It followed the top of the quarter panel, and then I sort of canted the lower valance, just to match the front end a little bit, and we just continued up this side. You can see it a little bit better on this side, but like I say, there's still a little bit of work to do on it, to get it absolutely spot on, but not a great deal. I think we're finally on the home straight now. I mean, it was, like I say, I really don't like doing trim work too much, but it's not as hard as you'd think. Once you try it, and there's a lot of firsts for this one for me. It's the first time I grafted on a roof in this way. It's the first time I've married, pretty much two kits together, and first time I've really done proper flares on wheel arches and created my own wheel arches and move wheel arches and what have you. I mean, I think the only time you really need to do that is when you do building altered wheelbase cars, and I don't really build competition stuff just because I know you have to be so accurate with them, or well, there's a lot of people who do much better jobs than me on the competition stuff. It just puts me off a little bit with all the how well people build them. I'm not into aftermarket parts too much, and I do like to use them every now and again, but I do like just creating stuff myself. So there's no way I've got time to do the kind of detail on race cars, stock cars, drag cars, which to make a good model. So, but yeah, I mean, I think it's finally coming together. I think, like I say, I'm a bit gutted that you can't see all the trim work and what have you. I mean, I did take a few photos, maybe 8 photos. I had to just completely work through with the time I had today and yesterday so I couldn't really stop and film stuff, or and, it's too much of a long process for that. So, but yeah, I mean, I think maybe we'll have this done in another week. Depends how much time I get on it this week, and I would like it not to go on too much longer now. I mean, the base, I don't know what custom work I'll do in the interior. Probably not a great deal, to be quite fair, and it's just basically going to be I'm just putting together a chassis, and I think I'm going to use the Galaxy chassis. This probably ain't going to be the particular one, but we are going to have to probably notch the chassis a little bit just so I can get a bit of a bend on it, because obviously now we've changed the shape of these quarter panels. The chassis sticking under the body line, so yeah, I really don't like that. So yeah, I'll probably end up notching the chassis just to lift it up a little bit at the back or something. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, I mean we're at 16 minutes now. So I think the last thing really is, for those who had commented on the video when I announced I was going to give a bit of a giveaway for reaching 500 subscribers. We'll do a bit of a draw next. I'll just shut the camera off and move things about a bit, and I'm gonna have to use another phone to do a number wheel. But yeah, we'll get a winner out of it. I don't, there's every single person on there who commented, you're all regulars, and yeah, I'll be really happy if any of you won it, to be quite one of these, to be fair. So, but yeah, just if you are that lucky person, just drop us an email. Just go to the channel description, because yeah, I think once I upload this, it'll be at my partner's house, and I don't like to mess around with my phone too much while I'm there. So, I'll put it in the description at some point. But yeah, that's why you don't really. I always forget about descriptions, because I'm having to travel across the city to upload a video, and then by the time I come back it's too late, and I'm probably passing out ready for bed. But yeah, we'll just cut to the next clip, and we will see who the lucky winner is. All right, see you in a second. Right then, well, it's time to pull out the names from the hat for whoever commented on that 500 subscriber video. I want to again say thank you to everybody who's subscribed to the channel, who's watching the videos. It's greatly appreciated, and it really does keep me getting to the bench. Like I say, it's just a bit of my own space to get me back to the bench, and that's what it's all about, really. So, I appreciate all the support and all the nice comments I get on my videos and what have you. So, yeah, I mean, like I said in that 500 subscriber giveaway video, I'm just giving away a couple of my oldest magazines. This is my oldest model car magazine, or particularly car model in this instance. It's 1963 magazine. It took me a while to get this one. I always like the cover on this one, and there's plenty of nice stuff in here, plenty of nice articles and old model cars and what have you from the 60s. A lot of how-to in this magazine, and this is my oldest car magazine. I think this one's 1958. Again, a lot of nice old pictures and stuff like that from the era. But yeah, I just thought that was a bit more meaningful than just banging out pulling a model car off the shelf. You know, these I've had these for quite a while, these two, and you know, it's time to let somebody else enjoy them. And like I say, it's just a big thank you to everybody who's watching the videos and what have you. But yeah, I want to do one of them number wheel things, but obviously I use my phone for recording these videos. So I just went down the comments like I said in that video. You know, if you commented, you'd be entered into a draw to win both of these magazines. And so I've just done it how it's displayed on my YouTube app, and marks them down 1 to 12. And I've had to find one of my old phones, which actually works. I think this is actually the oldest phone I have, but it's the only one that seems to power up. And I was going to write everybody's names on here, but because it's such an old phone, it's a little bit slow, and it's not really. I think there's so much notifications happening, and it's just slowing the whole phone up anyway. So I tried to add a couple of names, and it just took me too long, so I gave up. So hence why we've got everybody's name written on there. So we will just start it off and see who's the lucky winner. So what do we do? 9. So would you Adam and Eve it? So the guy who has everything, Sean, congratulations, mate. Sean at the Scale Model Car Guy channel. Sorry, I couldn't even fit it all on there, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, congratulations, pal. I'm really happy you've got him as well. I think everybody who commented on that particular video, you're all regulars and what have you, and yeah, it would have made me happy for it to go to any one of you. But you know, I think Sean has been round from the beginning, like a lot of all the others on there. So so we got a couple of magazines on the way to you, pal. You've been a massive support from day one. I think you commented on my first video. I think Gary popped you over my way, and so congratulations, mate. I've made email addresses in the main channel description, just in case it's not in this video description, because I've got to go to my partners and upload this later. So, but yeah, well done, mate. And with that, we'll close off the video. Thanks ever so much for watching, and like I say, hopefully we'll get to 1,000, and we'll do some kind of other giveaway, like probably something. Maybe we'll probably do a model kit for that one, like. But yeah, we'll close this off. I'll shut my face, and again, thank you for everybody who commented and on all the videos, and that one as well. You know, it's greatly appreciated. Whatever you're up to for the rest of the day, you know, hope you enjoy whatever you're doing, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, see you, bye.